Hello and welcome back to Radiant Dawn 0% Gross. We are on Chapter 3-1. Last chapter, Titania was the MVP, which is great because she's the one we want to be leveling up. And speaking of that, I did top her off to 99 with BXP, which actually took more than half of the BXP we had because we got like 3,300 from last chapter, and now we have 1,500. The BXP, of course, from parts 1 and 2 is with those groups, so we don't have access to it. And because of that, I'm not giving any of the other BXP away to anybody else. Shinon would probably be the next choice, but I can't even get him to 99, and I want to make sure I have enough for Titania, and he's going to get more combat EXP than she is anyway, so that's my reasoning at least. We don't have access to the shop or anything, so we can just move right along. Into another chapter without battle preparations and with Fog of War. This time it's a route map. Fortunately, there are these 3 watchfires that make it not awful, because Fog of War and route normally is a terrible combination. Before I really get into the chapter, I'm just going to go up and try to crit this guy with Shinon. Okay, cool. That's, yeah, a not exactly mandatory, but close to mandatory crit to get here. So, yeah, so there are some enemies in the fog where we can't see them that I'll call attention to the more important ones as that comes up. And I guess the only other thing I should mention before I get further into this is there are some reinforcements that show up at the end of turns 3, 4, and 5. Our goal is to finish in turn 5 so that we don't have to engage the turn 5 reinforcements, because the turn 4 and 5 reinforcements show up in the back here, and they're just like too much to deal with, given that most of our units will be on this side of the map by that point. Anyway, so now we're going to have Mia come up here and go after this guy. Okay. And then we're going to have Riss chip this guy. We're going to have Rolf chip that guy. We're going to have Soren pick up the kill on that guy. And we're going to have Oscar pick up the kill on this guy. And then we're going to have Titania come over here and chuck an axe at this guy, set him up to die on enemy phase. And we're going to have Ike trade her full axe back. She doesn't need the short axe on enemy phase. We're going to have Boyd come up and shove Ike forward to screen off this guy with Killing Edge here, who is pretty scary for a bunch of our units, but not for Ike and Titania. We're going to order our yellow units to come up here. So they start at 0 gauge, so they're useless initially, and they're useless for quite some time, particularly because for reasons that are completely inexplicable to me, they do not gain any gauge on turn 1. So at the beginning of turn 2, they will still have 0 gauge. I don't know why. But they do actually end up fighting the first wave of reinforcements that shows up back here. So our goal is to keep them like alive until then, which is not trivial to do, because they die or close to die if... Oh, whoops. That's not what I want. If any enemy If any enemy is able to get them, like, everything is going to double them, and most things are going to one around them. Particularly the enemies that are, like, in the vicinity. Anyway, so then we're going to send Gatry over here. There are 3 generals in the fog here, plus this guy over here, that, and Gatry is going to spend most of the chapter fighting them. He's going to get a blue gem. Alright, oh yeah, and that guy with the longbow there gets lured down to the wall by our positioning of not having anybody in the row above where Rolf is, which is important because it means we can actually shoot him next turn. Tania says, ow. Gatry doubled this one guy. He pretty much always doubles one out of these three generals. Anyway, so Titania took a lot of damage. Ike did not. So if we're lucky, Ike doesn't take damage from this guy and we don't need to heal him. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to save state, and then we're going to try to crit this guy with Shinon. This is another really important crit to land. Alright, we got it. Because if we don't kill him, then we've got to, like, shove Shinon, and we've got to kill him with somebody else, and that presents a bunch of problems. You may have noticed, by the way, there are two enemies coming through here. There's a halberdier and a warrior that started, like, in view up here, but are no longer in view. They're circling around. Anyway, so now, we want to... take, let's see, I'm just going to double check. Rolf can, yeah, generally never finish one of these guys off. And that is still the case. Actually, if he had the steel bow from Shinon, it just occurs to me he could. Maybe I should be considering that as part of my strategy, but instead, we're going to have... Let's see, Riss. Take this guy out. And then we're gonna have Ike come over here and take this guy out and hopefully not take damage. Nice. Okay, so we don't really need to heal him, which is good. Because we definitely need to heal Titania. Then we're gonna have Soren come take this guy out. And Mia try to take this guy out. Success. We're gonna have Boyd come over here and chuck a hand axe at this guy. Gets the torch, which isn't super relevant, but... Oh, hey, why did I attack with Soren when I could have killed with Oscar? Whoops! Whoops, forgot to feed a kill to Oscar. Sorry, Oscar. But in any case, we're gonna have Titania come over here and take this guy out. And then Oscar is... Oh, I didn't trade Boyd the killer axe that I meant to do, so I guess we might as well use this torch that we found. Maybe, just maybe, that will be relevant. You can see these two enemies that were going to come out of the fog. There's also a halberdier down here who's going to attack Boyd, which is why I want him to have the killer axe equipped, because if he does crit that guy, it's really nice. Meanwhile, we've got... so Gatry's situation is he should... Yeah, he'll finish this guy off. Identical stats against each of these guys. Okay, I'm gonna go for the one here. It doesn't really matter. And then this guy will actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swing around and attack Ike. But we do need to move our yellow units so that they're not in range of this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to go, I guess, like here, really. And then, so let's see, this guy, here's it. Shoving Mia is not going to be useful, but shoving Soren, no, we don't want to shove Soren. No, okay, we just want to go here. Oh yeah, there's a fire sage in the fog. Shinon takes him out. Let's go, Boyd! Yes, 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 yes! Alright, we might be at a point where we need to heal Gatry. Let's see. 4, 4, yeah. If Gatry gets hit 3 times. So we can hit this guy. And then we don't need to heal. However, I think it's going to make more sense to do it the other way around. But first, actually, let's see if Shinon can crit this guy. He does. Okay. Great. So that's very helpful. Now, we can send Mia over here and try to crit this guy. Yes. Alright, Mist is not going to be able to get to heal Ike before or after Ike moves, so we should do that before Ike moves. We could do it with Riss too, but Riss is probably going to be taking out this guy. Yeah, well, we need to get Boyd out of the way in any case. So Boyd's going to come up here and just stand here so that we can get vision on this guy. This guy hides in the fog and, like, doesn't ever move. And also has a vulnerary, so he's very annoying. Alright, we're not going to be able to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... We're not going to... actually, let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, let's put Oscar here. And then Titania is going to come up and try to finish him off, and she does. Yeah, that's a pretty important kill to get because the guy won't come after us. Even if we hit him, he just stands there. Now she's going to come over here. The boss is over here with a killer lance. He's a halberdier. So he's going to come out after her. She can survive that attack with 3 HP if she does get crit, so that's pretty nice. Meanwhile... yeah, so are we healing Ike? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can actually get to to Oscar with Mist next turn from over here. So basically, what I'm thinking about right now is there's a possibility that Shinon doesn't crit this guy. And if that is the case, then having Soren over here to help kill him helps. Of course, if we put Soren here, or if we have Soren visit this house, then he may attack Soren. He shouldn't kill him. He doesn't have enough speed to double him, and he doesn't have quite enough attack to kill him. He's very close. He's 1 HP short of killing him, in fact. But the point is that it's generally the case that I can afford to spare Soren to leave him here and not bring him around the corner, but it does kind of depend, so it's like a little risky. We could also have Soren get the kill this turn and then visit the house next turn if he's not needed to take this guy out, which might make more sense. Yeah, I think it does, actually. So let's do this. Alright, and then... maximum distance we can get with Soren, like around the corner in case we want to do that. While still being able to visit. Well, I guess it doesn't. The visit doesn't matter. I mean, it's here, so we'll go here with Soren. We could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could consider putting Soren like here and letting this guy come around and die to Soren, but I don't think that's gonna be better. I think Gatry is gonna be fine cleaning this up. Like Gatry does at some point need to get these guys to be dead so he can. Because the reinforcements that are going to show up down here at the end of turn 4, he needs to attack on turn 5. But this one will die this turn. This one will die. He'll kill on turn 4, so it should be fine. The only risk would be, I guess we could go Iron Lance just to increase his hit rate a little bit. Him missing is the primary risk. Actually, oh no, we definitely can't leave missed at the house. Okay. Alright, so then we need to get our yellow units out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be there. If we direct them there, they should stay out of the way of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they'll go like here and here, or here and here, and they should be out of the way of this guy. That should be fine. Move Mist around to here, and Rolf, who... Oh, I guess I should also mention, if you visit this house with Rolf, you don't get the Seraph Robe, which is why we don't want to do that, or leave him in range to do that. Anyway. I don't normally have the option to put Rolf all the way over here this early. Guess I'll just do that. Doesn't probably really matter where I put it. Oh, I guess I can go as far forward as I can go. And then Gatry, come back around this way and use a Vulnerary. Oh, I forgot to switch to the Iron Lance, didn't I? Okay, so apparently Titania decided that she would be the one to crit instead of the boss. That's cool. Apparently we didn't need to heal Gatry yet. But it's fine. Alright, so we got our first wave of reinforcements. Without these guys, it'd be pretty trivial to finish the chapter this turn. But unfortunately, well, that's actually not quite true because there's still a general right here that we're out of range of. But in any case, all right. First things first, we're gonna see whether Shinon can crit this guy. Yes, he can. Very good. That means we should be able to visit the house this turn with Soren. We're gonna have Gatry come over and... Oh, I did equip the Iron Lance. Alright. That guy out. Alright, we are going to direct our yellow units back this direction so that they're in position to take out the reinforcements that are going to show up at the end of the turn. So we don't need to kill the boss, because he's dead. Which means we can do something different with Titania than we might otherwise do. So normally... yeah, normally I would be having Titania kill the boss and then Kanto over here. But I don't actually need to do that. What we do need to do is shove Ike so that he can kill this guy, who has 19 speed. Shove him with Boyd, specifically. We could actually rescue drop Boyd. Might actually be the play. So we're gonna, at the very least, do that. I mean, the other option is to have Titania just come up and hit something. This guy would be a good candidate. Or This... Oh, she doesn't actually double him. That's right. Okay. Yeah, probably this guy. Void will still be in range of something, most likely. Well, in any case, we can go ahead and have Miss heal Ike. Rolf can just kind of hang out. He doesn't really need to do anything right now. Void. Shove Ike. And come up here. Mia can also come and hang out. Soren is at the house. Seraphrobe. And yeah, so it's way more likely that getting extra damage in with Titania is relevant than getting extra damage in with Voids. So we're gonna go with... Actually, where's Oscar? Oh, Oscar's pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's no good way for him to deal damage this turn while staying safe. The problem is... Well, I mean, I guess I can check how he does against the guy with the Horse Slayer. 44 hit. Eh, not really a risk I want to take. So, I think I just won't. Alright, so the general here is now in range of Titania, so that will lure him out. We can put Oscar here, I guess. I mean, this might look like, you know, I'm sort of... I'm not, like, making a lot of progress this turn, and like, oh, shouldn't I have been able to, like, finish the chapter instead of, like, hanging back so much? But, as you can see, a bunch of these enemies have ranged weapons, and there's not really a good way for us to kill them on enemy phase anyway, so... Unfortunately, basically the answer is no. Alright, so now... So now we need to probably save state again, because once again Shinon is going to have to crit. So we got a guy with 19 defense, so that has to be the guy that he crits. Shinon. Shinon. Alright, 1, 2, 1. It'd be 3 shoves for Soren to get there. We probably can't do that. Maybe I should have left Rolf down there, but sometimes I do need that extra damage up here. I don't think there's any chance that Gatry crits. No. So the issue is that these two combined can take down this guy after Gatry hits him by, like, with 1 HP to, or, yeah, HP to spare, or 1 damage to spare, I guess I should say. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have visited the house. Maybe I should have gone over further, made sure I didn't need Soren's damage here, and then doubled back to the house if I didn't. But what I'm gonna do, given that I didn't do that, is load, and maybe we'll just try for another square. Okay. Cheats will work. But yeah, I mean, what I should have done is moved Soren across and then, like, double back, like I said, or left Rolf over here so that I could, like, triple shove with Boyd, Mist, and Rolf. But I did neither of those things, so... So yeah, now this guy has 19 HP and 18 defense. Liar in her incredible capacity for damage output. 14 strength transformed, plus 8. My claw is 22 attack, which is, I would like to point out, what Mist has with the Florette, whatever. Also is not doubling, but she is dealing 4 whole damage to knock this guy down to 15, and then Laith transformed, has 22 speed. Sorry, 24 speed, which is enough to double. Has 18 strength and an 8 might claws, 26 damage, or 26 attack rather. Minus 18 defense is 8 damage, times 2 is 16. So, yeah, like I said, it kills him with 1 damage to spare. We do need to direct them to Rome in order to get that to actually happen. Alright, so now, first we want to check and see whether Mia gets this kill. Okay, we've actually got Soren here to pick it up, so it's fine that she didn't. Ike is going to take out this guy. And let's see. Alright, so Titania kills this guy, not this guy, but probably we want to go for the one shot on the Horse Slayer just to be safe. Should be the case. So Oscar does 11. Let's see, Boyd. I would like to know what his hit rate is against this guy with the hand axe. Rolf, do you do enough damage? You do not. Sometimes he does 3 damage to the armor knights, or the generals, but of course this guy actually has 4 HP anyway. Riss... Yeah, Riss has exact damage on this guy. Okay, so probably what makes more sense is to have Riss attack that guy. Let's see. Yeah, Boyd can actually get to this guy and hit him with his steel axe. It should get him a little bit better accuracy. If he happens to have 100 hit, he does not. Fortunate. Well, okay, the double there is not really... Actually, wait, what's your avoid? 37, 41. So Boyd's hit against that guy, it's gonna be 91. I'm just trying to see if I can set up a kill for Titania. It looks like the answer is no, right? Like, it looks like I really ought to be attacking here first. Unfortunately, because of where the fire is, I can't, like, have Boyd come up and attack first without slightly taking the risk of him missing. Whatever, I already save stated. I might as well just do it. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so I slightly misplayed this, bringing Rolf up here. Like, obviously he has very little damage, but, like, in the world where Mia doesn't crit and, like, Soren isn't available to finish the guy off, then Rolf can be the one to finish the guy off. I wasn't thinking about the fact that Soren would be available to do that, because in some cases, Soren is still, like, over here at the end of that turn, and then, you know, he can only visit the house, he can't attack. But anyway... The little variations of the chapter. Relying on yellow units to bring it home. Always a good feeling. But it does work. And there you have it. So that is chapter 3-1 in 5 turns. You'd ultimately have to use a save state, which always feels bad, but honestly, it's just really hard to get a run of this chapter where, like, Shinon lands all the crits that he needs to land. And he really does need to land all those crits. Or at least the vast majority of them. Like, you might be able to afford him not getting... I guess... Did he fail to crit either of the guys that came around the corner? I don't think he did. I think he got both of them. Anyway, so... yeah. So thanks for watching. And I will see you next time for 3-2 when some familiar faces return and when we stop having Fog of War. So until then.